So the Disc Golf Network just announced some major changes to their pricing plans for 2024, which has gotten quite mixed reactions in the community. Mostly negative, to be completely honest, because they're making it a bit more confusing, and I think they're starting to overprice some of the features, trying to cash in like this is a big sport like Champions League or any of the other big sports leagues, considering what they're charging now. So instead of having one tier, they now have DGN Basic, DGN Standard, and DGN Pro. And I'm mostly gonna talk about the PDGA price here because I think the majority of us are PDGA members, and it's honestly cheaper to be a PDGA member and get the discounted price. So in 2023, we had to pay $650 per month if we were a PDGA member. So that's kind of the DGN standard level here for $599. So actually a little bit cheaper. But then you've got the DGN Basic and the DGN Pro, which are kind of the new tiers. Basic is kind of a joke. First round coverage of all the events. That's pretty much what they had for free on YouTube last year. So I don't honestly think anyone's gonna pay for that. And again, if you are a PDGA member, you get it completely free. And then you have the Pro one for $12.99 a month, which is where it's starting to get really expensive, and that's with the discount. So what's the major difference here? Well, DGN Standard will still have most coverage live, except the European Open and the US DGC. So that's kind of the big one you get in the Pro version. And honestly, I don't feel like paying more than double the monthly cost just to get those two events. So I think that's kind of a crappy move to lock those behind that paywall, to be completely honest. Sure, there's some other small bonus stuff for the Pro level, such as alternate commentary streams, all-day coverage and bonus streams. You can actually stream on 3 devices, and you get round 1 coverage ad-free, as well as general admission to 2 of the DGPT events, and a newsletter. And I mean, who doesn't want a newsletter in 2024? And I did see a lot of negative reactions claiming that if you have the basic version, you won't be able to watch Joma's content at all based on this. But just to be clear, this is just that you get it ad-free for the standard and Pro version. The basic version can still watch it as always on YouTube with the ads. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of this, and I will probably just be using the standard version, maybe upgrading to the Pro version during the European Open and the US DGC. That's kind of hard to say, but personally, I would have preferred if they just slightly bumped up the standard version to maybe $7 or $8 a month, and then just included all of those new features and all the events, instead of trying to charge a premium amount for something that I personally don't think is worth that much yet.